Okay, so here it is. Okay, this is like my fifth time recording, and I'm finding a lot of the old information that this dude, this carbon-based life form, this man with high testosterone levels, clearly. This dude omitted a whole bunch of stuff. See, this is a psychological operation campaign. This dude is a psyop. Now, if you paid attention back in the day, there's a whole bunch of fake gang stalking victims mixing gang stalking with religion and spirituality. Because what they do is they find information about gang stalking from actual gang stalking victims that want to put what they experience as a victim out to the world. So these fake gang stalking victims will grab that information, use that information to pretend to be a real gang stalking victim for cloud or YouTube money or whatever. And then there are real gang stalking victims that, for some strange reason, believing that this stuff is actual religion or spirituality, or they've been sucked into the ascension psyop. Let's see if I can talk about the ascension psyop. Look out for Charlie talked about the ascension psyop right here. Okay. So just be careful about the ascension side because there's a whole bunch of people who are actual gang stalking victims, but a lot of these people believe it's aliens. A whole bunch of the gang stalking victims unfortunately believe this is something to do with religion or spirituality or children were destined for greatness with the power of God. Or, that's all bullshit. Gang stalking is technology and science being used against you and your body. So let's briefly talk about what gang stalking is. Gang stalking is basically what the COINTELPRO plus direct energy weapons of mind control. Gang stalking is basically what the Eastern Stasi did to their own people, plus direct energy weapons and mind control technology. All right. This dude ain't gonna mention any of that. I think he briefly talked about COINTELPRO, but he didn't talk about these direct energy weapons and his mind control technology. I don't know what the fuck this dude is talking about in his video. But anyway, this is Popular Mechanics Magazine, Psycho-Electronic Weapons Effects. Popular Mechanics Magazine, Psycho-Electronic Weapons Effects, 2018. So there's no way in hell this report is going to be on what do you call it, on Reddit, which I thought Reddit. Everyone know that Reddit, Quora, and forum is a cesspool of BS bullcrap. Why would this dude base his video claiming that gang stalking is a mental illness and a conspiracy theory on some stuff that he found on Reddit? So anyway, this is Popular Mechanics Magazine, Psycho-Electronic Weapons Effects, and this talked about the sleep inducement attacks. Now let's bring it up 60 minutes. 60 minutes to Havana Syndrome episodes right here.
But this is Bible warrior.
Here it is. Okay, I'm gonna switch over to the video, whatever. Thank you.
Recently, Garfield told us his family was hit again during their year of treatment in Philadelphia.
Okay, maybe it's this one right here. Just hang on for a second. I'm gonna have to switch it over here.
But this is Bible
power microwave weapon.
Transmission.
My head was slowly starting to get crushed. And then severe ear pain started. I liken it to if you put a Q-tip too far and you bounce off your eardrum. Well, imagine taking a sharp pencil and just kind of poking that. It was very jarring and painful. And eventually I started blacking out.
One theory.
My youngest son was passing out for no reason.
Okay, so you go to Popular Mechanics Magazine, clearly no schizophrenia on this website, but you go to Popular Mechanics Magazine, it talked about the sleep inducement attack. Now, I gang stalking victim. I am a gang stalking victim on the Expo line train. They love hitting people with sleep inducement attacks. I was not tired when I got on the train platform. I was not tired when I got on the train. And I have been hit with sleep inducement attacks standing up and sitting down. Okay. It's a frequency. It's a mind control. It's mind control. Okay. They're using frequencies against you. Dr. Robert Duncan talked about, which Dr. Robert Duncan, he didn't even talk about Dr. Robert Duncan. Dr. Robert Duncan talked about sleep inducement. He talked about EEG cloning, EEG heterodyning. These are frequencies that your brain will adapt as its own. And your brain do whatever the frequency commands it to do. And sleep inducement attacks is real. They make you pass out. And they'll do it. And you'll be standing up and they will make you pass out. Okay, but anyway, I'm gonna leave Popular Mechanics magazine right here. So when this dude gets this video, he will learn that he was mistaken. But this dude, just like you go to my channel, you see me debunking a whole bunch of fake gang stalking victims and psychological operation campaigns agents of all time. I call them out. If I see a gang stalking victim mixing gang stalking with religion or spirituality, like Terry Joe Jr. and Stephanie the Seeker and SRGB 5000 and a whole bunch of these other people mixing gang stalking with semen retention, I don't know how you not busting a nut has gang stalkers will come at you because you didn't bust a nut all over the place. I don't know. They mixing gang stalking with religion and spirituality. They're mixing gang stalking with monitoring spirits. They're mixing gang stalking with astral projection and semen retention. Okay, I don't know. I don't know. But they love mixing gang stalking with a whole bunch of bullshit. I try to call it out if I see it, if they become a problem. But I will call them out eventually. But I called out a whole bunch of people on my website right here. On my website, I called out these people. And I'm calling out this dude right here. So gang stalking is what the East German Stasi did to their own people, plus direct energy weapons and mind control. Direct energy weapons and mind control technology. COINTELPRO plus direct energy weapons and mind control. And yes, they do go after people who are clearly mentally ill because they are unfortunately become part of the psychological operation campaign, the PSYOPs, against other real gang stalking victims. Look at this crazy person right here. Look at her. Oh my God, she's just acting crazy. Oh my God. She's being attacked, but she does have mental illness. But the psyops will put her front and center, like Candy Dupree. Candy Dupree is another gang stalking victim. Let's go to gang stalking YouTube. Candy Dupree right there. This lady right here clearly has a mental illness, but she will. For the longest time, she was the poster child of gang stalking, but she was mentally ill. So anyway, that's how they work, unfortunately. Okay. So this dude is a fake. This dude is fake. Just like Dr. Grande, just fake, 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 fake. Okay. So let's get
If
into
you've
it.
spent any time on TikTok in the last few years, there's a chance you've scrolled past someone telling you with a totally straight face that the government is following them.
Just leaving Subway and I have
This woman looks fake. By the way, I have recorded multiple times of me being attacked. Okay. Has she been attacked? Has she recorded her? Has she been assaulted in the middle of the street? I don't know. But usually they don't let you report them. They will break your fucking phone, try to break your fucking phone, or steal the thing. But I don't know about this woman. I don't know about any of the people that's featured in this dude's video. But let's go. Let's go to me. Let's go to me. Let's go to history. Let's look at where it's all the history at. Open history page. So let's bring up me. Dr. Matthew Aaron, right here, another doctor. Okay. Okay. Dr. Ted Gunderson, right there. Okay. All right. Of course, not in the video as well. Let's see if I can find videos of me being harassed. By the way, this is a really good video. Talk about how many people in these 503 churches will use this gang stalking, mind control shit on their parishioners to make it feel like Jesus is actually there. It's weird, but it's true. Okay, here's another video. Here's another video of me being harassed, talking to the police about it.
This can follow. Believe me, I've seen them use homeless guys who were actually rapists convicted of rape. Then they got out of prison and became homeless. And I don't think they knew what they were doing. They just kind of hire people willy-nilly. They don't do background checks or anything. You know what I mean? They just go on the street and grab a homeless guy and say, hey, want a cup of coffee and a sandwich? Go do this.
Man.
You know what I mean?
Man.
And so, yeah, they could be... Yeah.
or they will put the a violent homeless dude on mind control, and that person will come to you and assault you, or they'll hire these people to come and assault you as well. I'm trying to find that dude. As you can see, he's in the thumbnail. He's in the thumbnail. There's another Hispanic man that attacked me. I don't know where he at. On Figueroa, downtown Los Angeles, right next to USC. He's there somewhere. Where is he at? I can't find him. I can't find the video. Hmm. Okay, but if we go to my video, we can go to my video, and I can see if I can find.
Beginning in 1953, Soviet intelligence services undertook a special project to bathe the U.S. Embassy in Moscow with microwave radiation.
Okay, so that's not what I'm looking for. I don't have my glasses. Let's see if I can find.
Beginning in 1953, Soviet intelligence services undertook a special project.
See, this is the dude harassing me at.
RNA COVID-19 vaccines may progressively generate your brain from prion disease. There's an actual other
Police on 2 years ago. Yes. Yes. You are the little homeless person that I called this.
Okay, this is this woman right here being hit with direct energy weapons. So people was able to prove the direct energy weapon because they had a spectrum analyzer at the time. Okay. Here's just the same dude.
You would get away fucking with me. Oh yeah, hi. Why don't I take this right out of your hand?
Oh, no.
Okay. We'll see if I can find more videos of me being harassed. Because, like, again, I don't think this guy is actually featuring real gang stalking victims in his video. Now, I'm downtown Los Angeles at the Octavia Lab. They only get ready to do this little shindig right here, so I don't got that much time.
Beginning in 1953, Soviet intelligence services undertook a special project to bathe the U.S. Embassy in.
That's not it.
Beginning in 1953, Soviet intelligence services undertook a special project.
Okay. This is more harassment.
Gang stalkers out? We gonna fish them out.
He said it's Maine and Colorado. He said it's Maine and Colorado, and this man keeps gang stalking me. He came up to me talking about he hood, and he gonna try to threaten me, and we got a whole bunch of people who are gang stalking me. Yeah.
You gang stalk, right?
Yo, you gang stalking me. You came to me. You came.
You see that? Fish these motherfuckers out. See, and he just did that. You see, I told you we fish them out. I told you we fish these motherfuckers out. Look at that.
See, if you're a gang stalking victim, okay, they come to you and they do stupid shit to you. All you have to do is press record. Okay, but like I said before, I don't think this man features real gang stalking victims. Okay, and here's another one.
Something about the formula. Why would he do something about the formula that he baby can't get the formula right now? This man is mad at me, but the babies are getting sick because they can't get it twice, and he's threatening me. Now he's threatening me. There he is. He just threatened me, and he on camera. See, that's the new world order shit.
You see, I've been attacked multiple times, and there was times when I didn't record it. There's been times that I've been attacked and I didn't record it. They destroyed my electronics, hit me with mind control technology, prevented me from getting a job. They prevented me from, when I did have a job, from keeping that job. They just got me kicked out of Santa Monica College because I was talking about gang stalking through a legal and scientific lens. I got suspended from Santa Monica College until this very day. They still won't let me back in there. For most of the colleges in Los Angeles County, I am blocked from going as a student because of Santa Monica College. Santa Monica College has banned me because of gang stalking. But this dude is going to bring up these fake females. Oh, what's this whole?
My little stalker waiting for me, watching me walk out. My gang stalkers were extremely aggressive and harassing.
I don't think she's a gang stalking victim because from what I've seen, this woman has not been hit with no direct energy weapon, no mind control technology. From what I've seen, it seems, according to her story, she's a victim of harassment. She ain't a gang stalking victim. It's if her story was even real to the first place. But this dude, he's on Reddit, okay? In Reddit, Quora, Medium, and I think it's 4chan. Some of that stuff is just completely bullshit. Oh, especially on YouTube. There's a lot of fake gang stalking victims on YouTube. A lot.
Tonight, contacted the FBI and they never called me back.
Okay, I doubt she ever dealt with law enforcement officers. Okay, there's a security cameras almost everywhere, but if you want to give law enforcement your video, they don't want the video of the incident happening. They want some of the video footage to show just before the incident, what led to the incident happening. So of course the FBI ain't gonna take her video. Okay, some of these people don't know how to do counter investigations. See, I recorded multiple times of just me being normal and being harassed. Okay, which led to people believing that I'm a gang stalking victim because I can't prove the electronic harassment because I don't have a spectrum analyzer, okay? But I do have videos of these people just coming up to me and just acting all fucking stupid, okay? Then I talked about Dr. Robert Duncan, Dr. Matthew Aarons. I talked about all these scientists, engineers, doctors, and lawyers that talks about what I'm going through as a real gang stalking victim, which gives me credit. This dude in this video didn't do any of that at all.
I will not stop reporting this because these people are going to end my life.
With elaborate reasons such as cars parked outside their house, cameras on light poles.
Now, I've been a gang stalking victim for like 15 years, but when you're homeless, you won't see a lot of SUVs following you.
And hackers beaming radiation through their phone.
Now, I believe that there are people who have portable device hitting people with radiation. I do that. Not I do, but I do believe that. I don't believe this woman, though.
Hicks and Malik, they are going to kill me. I finally come to the ambulance. They were emitting radiation upon me. There's high school girls over here, and they're remote hackers, Garrett Hicks. Okay, just to make everything clear.
She looked like she just starting shit with people for no reason. Okay.
Online around this idea that they were being harassed by coordinated networks of strangers. In 2016, the New York...
We all know that New York article, this New York, article is bullshit. We all know that. Okay. Most of this shit is bullshit. Okay. The studies, the New York Times, bullshit. And then they have a problem with people talking to other gang stalking victims. They have a problem with people talking to other gang stalking victims. Victims talking to other real victims. They have a problem with that. Because this gang stalking shit is supposed to be a mental illness. But you have a whole bunch of people who don't have a mental illness clearly going through the same stuff and they're filming it. Then the psychological operation campaign tears itself apart. See, they have a problem with the forums.
Communities. And today, in the realm of TikTok and Instagram, people are talking about it more than ever, because instead of posting your thoughts in a forum with random people online, which was words against words, you're now able to visually prove that you are being tracked. Even if you are just showing a regular video of everyday people shopping, they are secretly...
I just showed you evidence of just people just coming up to me doing weird shit. This dude's a fucking liar. Okay.
Apparently stalking you. Individual stalking, the kind where one person fixates on another person, affects about this is that all the people that are quote-unquote victims of gang stalking always have so much information about what is happening. Every instance that there is a stalker approaching them, being behind a car, or doing anything in their daily lives. And the TI community goes even farther back than this. COINTELPRO was an FBI counterintelligence program from 1950.
And it was real, but this dude didn't bring up Zerzet's song, the Eastern Stasi, which is weird. I don't know why he didn't bring that up. Oh, because he's fake psychological. He's a fake dude. This dude is a psychological operation campaign. This dude right here is doing a psychological operation campaign. He doesn't want to bring up the Eastern Stasi. All right, blah 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 blah.
Expose and disrupt the new left. We must frustrate every effort of these groups and individuals to consolidate their forces. Many of the techniques were clearly illegal, but
they're not making it up in their heads from nothing, but rather an installment from past history that they either took stems from to grow into their own delusion, or maybe they're...
Okay, so you saw that stuff that I went through. Now, there's a lot of stuff that I went through and I didn't record, but it wasn't no delusion. You saw the footage, and this is way before AI. Let's wait for this AI came to the public's hands. So this dude is a fucking liar. Okay, come on.
Just delusional. Lisa Elizabeth Legg is a 34-year-old woman who lives in Arizona and works in healthcare. But before October 2024, she had basically...
I don't believe this woman is a gang stalking victim. How did you not have any social media profile? From any social media account, not even on MySpace. Okay.
No online presence until she made a TikTok. Lisa Elizabeth Legg is a 34-year-old woman who lives in Arizona and works in healthcare. But before October 2024, she had basically no online presence.
That's weird to me. That's weird. Okay. I don't think she's just a real gang stalking victim, but let's keep going.
Until she made a TikTok account by the name of @Stalked by the Feds. Within weeks, she was one of the most talked about creators on the platform. Her claim to being stalked was that there was a federal agent from the government that was hunting her. On top of that, there was also a team of 20 to 30 federal agents working in shifts, watching her around the clock.
This just makes my point. I'm in a total...
Okay, we all know what was going on with that gym phenomenon, or these females going to the gym scantily dressed, you know, showing everything while pretending to work out in the gym, and then they film men staring at them because they dress so nasty at the gym. Okay, that could be that.
Totally different area of the gym now, and the same motherfucker behind me. Say that again, man. What did you call me?
Excuse me. I don't know who you
What
are.
did you call me? You just called me a bitch. Yeah.
See, we don't know anything that led up to that. Okay.
All because she had an affair with the wrong man.
Okay, this is good because he didn't bring up Dr. John Hall. Okay, he didn't bring up Dr. John Hall.
That I was not put under federal investigation just a matter of weeks after telling a federal law enforcement officer's wife that he was cheating by accident. This was not a coincidence.
Seems pretty steep to go this hard into a woman's life for an affair, but who knows?
Okay. We're gonna bring up Dr. John Hall. Okay.
Maybe this guy had some serious ties to the government and was trying to get back at her. So who was this mysterious?
Okay. Let's bring up Dr. John Hall. Okay.
To collect all the data on our text, on our cell, and on our emails. And then it came to light that they admitted that several NSA agents were using NSA technology to target love interest. And it was happening so frequently that instead of HUMINT for humans intelligence or SIGINT for signals intelligence, that they actually have one that they refer to as LOVE-INT. And these were agents that were actually targeting either girls they saw or met that wanted to watch them, or ex-spouses or current spouses with NSA technology. And it's happening frequent enough that it's called LOVE-INT.
Well,
Okay, and he wasn't the only one that talked about that. I think who was that guy? Can't think of the guy. China in Focus. China in Focus. Who is this guy? From the Epoch Times. Where is this guy at? Epoch Times. Oh, I can't even think of the guy's name. Okay, let's look up COVID. I know he talked about it. Okay, C-SPAN. No. I guess it really doesn't matter. Okay. Rowan? Ronan? Where's this guy? I'm gonna remember this like 2 o'clock in the morning, this one dude. Oh, I can't think about it. Oh, I can't even think about it. News. It's not the Hill, it's some other dude. Cancer, COVID. Okay, yeah, I can't think of the dude's name, but there was the other dude who brought it up as well. Sometimes you just can't find anything on YouTube. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Let's go this year. That's not gonna help. Let's go this week. Okay, I'm going to remember this guy at 2 o'clock in the morning. I'm gonna remember this guy at 2 o'clock in the morning. Maybe if I click on Jimmy Dore. And he will show
Critics
up.
say the underlying architecture enables broad warrantless queries across time and geography, turning roads into constantly monitored spaces. You know why critics say that? Because that's what it does.
Okay, so anyway, I can't remember this guy's name, but we saw some interesting stuff right there.
Yes, ma'am. You see, his name was Lenny DePaul, and while this was a real person, with his life being very much real and public documentation of it, according to her, it started in 2020 when she reached out to him on LinkedIn, claiming she needed help looking up information about her deceased father, since he ran a private investigation firm on the side. From there, she says things escalated.
Now, this dude was a private investigator. Let's bring up Brian 2. Now, Brian 2, he worked in security as well. Okay, and he talks about there are agents who trying to keep their security clearance involved in gang stalking.
Engaging in situational or conversational scenarios so fanciful and fantastic in nature that cannot be believed. So they simply put, when the victim tries to complain and document these fanciful, these trivial, paltry, fanciful, and fantastic tactics are happening, then the victim's complaints appear and sound by default trivial, paltry, fanciful, and fantastic in nature. So the victim is discredited, while at the same time they're able to, achieve their objectives of constantly provoking the victim with these scripted mind games.
Okay, so that's Brian 2. Brian 2 was another gang stalking victim. But of course, this dude right here ain't gonna bring any of that up. Okay.
Into FaceTime calls, naked ones, explicit photo exchanges, and then she says she didn't know he was married. And when she found out, even then I'd still be skeptical, because at what lengths would this woman of course go to if she was willing to prove she's being gang stalked, that she was having an affair with Lenny DePaul? What I will say though is that the DMs between her and Lenny DePaul do add up to some degree. However,
Okay, blah, blah, blah. I don't believe she's a gang stalking victim. I believe she's a victim of harassment. I don't see anything in this video of her being hit with the right energy weapons of mind control. There he is. Okay. I'm trying. I know what's going on here. This thing is slow.
Government agents stalking her? No. But before we go any further, we need to understand what the gang stalking mantra looks like.
She being harassed, she ain't being gang stalked.
You see, there are two core types of stalkers according to the targeted individual community. First, there is what they call the control panel operator. These are people who are running surveillance from some...
You mean this is a cybernetic hive mind team who hires the private investigators, the people with the security clearance that was featured in Brian's 2 videos that you watched. So there's 3. And then under that, there are the street people. Okay, so there's 3 levels. You didn't do your homework.
Somewhere far away, and in most cases deploying energy weapons and coordinating the whole operation, almost like the puppeteer of the entire thing.
No.
And the second is street.
No. 3. Cybernetic hive mind teams hires the private investigators like the DePaul guy and other people. Then they hire the homeless motherfuckers off the street. Okay. Now there's a chance that if you are not a gang stalking victim and you just being harassed, okay, this a private investigator might just hire a homeless person. There may not be a hive mind team involved. Okay. But you know, sometimes maybe a private investigator probably will gang stalk you and hit you with some handheld device. But a lot of these people who are real gang stalking victims, they're being hit with direct energy weapons because they are on the node. Cybernetic hive mind. They got some nanotechnology, they got a chip, and they're activating the nanotechnology in the chip. Cybernetic hive mind.
Street level operatives. These are everyday people that you run into, strangers at the grocery store, the car next to you on the highway, or the guy who made it through either the government or even places like Craigslist sometimes. For example, if a car drives past you with one headlight out, that's harassment. And if someone leaves their high beams on near you, passing you on the sidewalk, going even further down the rabbit hole, there are take anything. They just
get home from work, Fasika Tafara started noticing things.
Okay, we all know about her. She lived in San Antonio, Texas. Now, Dr. John Hall lived in San Antonio, Texas. Stalked in San Antonio, Texas. Which he didn't bring up in his video.
Nice. So wait, you weren't planning on coming, but from jury and you found out about that.
Stalked in San Antonio, Texas. Where is it at?
So what I'm going to encourage everybody is
Stalked. See, you can't you spell it exactly the way it is, and yet YouTube stalked in San.
that way, if we want to have more of a round table, we can.
Stalked in San Antonio, Texas. Holy crap, man! You cannot find anything on Google Video.
So start by I'm going to introduce myself, and then we'll do like a round table because you guys are probably wondering what is the point of all of this?
Good afternoon.
Who am I?
We are here today to announce 3.
Well, maybe you sensed it, that feeling that you're being watched. Well, the state has laws against stalking on the books, making it a felony.
But what if police don't recognize it? And what if it's a complete stranger who's bothering you? Tonight, Joe Conger and the I-Team
disgruntled at you, but stalking is being done by total strangers in an organized fashion.
And some internet links take you here to the book mentioned earlier, written by Dr. John Hall.
The book is fact. It's not a book of fiction. What I've wrote about is an isolated story here in San Antonio.
Dr. Hall says it is a story about himself and the harassment and rapes his ex-girlfriends allegedly suffered beginning in 1996. Dr. Hall believes the people behind it are well-organized operatives using government satellite technology to terrorize him and other victims.
All voicing the same complaints: organized stalking, weird electronic disturbances going on in their homes. Most of the women are complaining of drugging and sexual assault. So it's a big national problem.
Okay, that's Dr. John Hall right there.
So I was.
But of course he didn't bring it up.
If you've spent any time on TikTok in the last few years, there's people who genuinely had no idea what's going on. Her page consists mostly of her explaining what's happening to her at any given moment, and what's happening to her is this. 2 men from San Antonio, Texas, named Garrett Hicks and Malik, are hacking her over the dark web by using Pegasus spyware to remotely control her devices.
So back in December of 2021, I was on another social media platform, dating app kind of, maybe. I came across Garrett Hicks from San Antonio, Texas. So we started talking a little bit. Pretty soon, he started talking about...
Now, we all know that your devices can be hacked, but I don't think this is a real gang stalking victim, to be honest with you. She could be, I just don't think so. So if you want, you can skip.
She said, oh, you want to do this? You really want to do it? You can go. She didn't support my career. So I went from
her.
Just to give you an idea, it's been 2.5 hours since I've been working out. I'm barely sweating, like barely sweating. This has been 2.5 hours of cardio. I'm tampering with the ink. They're remote hackers from the deep dark web.
She posts about this every day and seemingly targets innocent people who are not Garrett Hicks and Malik and preaches to them what is happening as if they aren't just two girls walking on the treadmill minding their own business.
I just want to see this. There's high school girls over here. And
okay, so she can get kicked out of that gym for doing that, and she chose to film herself doing it, harassing people. That's not a real gang stalking victim.
they're remote hackers, Garrett Hicks.
Another $500,000 in setup fees for up to 10 devices. So, reason to apply to her. Pegasus spyware is real and is made by an Israeli firm called NSO Group, and it can remotely access a phone, read your texts, turn on your camera, and even track your location. But it's only sold to government agencies, and it costs a whopping over $500,000 plus another $500,000 in setup fees for up to 10 devices.
So there's a chance a whole bunch of people got hacked, and they are not being hacked by the government. They're being hacked by lone individual actors. Let me see if I can find that video. Hold on, let me see if I go back to my phone and see if I can find that video. Hold on, maybe.
What I want to talk about today is you guys are going to have a bunch of questions, and I don't want it to be me talking for an hour. I want to show you how I walk people through going
Call for an
this is what I think I'm going to do. This is how I can get paid, right? So I helped 5 people transition from full-time jobs. One worked at a major university.
Call for an uprising. Okay, let's see if we can find it.
I can show you how to do the same thing for yourself.
Okay, he's going to talk about people's Roombas being hacked.
He was 2 years away from retirement. And in 3 months, he was making more than his annual salary. That fast. So this isn't an infomercial. I'm not selling you on a workbook. You don't have to.
Let me see if I can find it.
We're going to talk about turning your creativity into a career, right? And then along the way, we've set up important.
One man's attempt to control his robot vacuum cleaner has ended with more than 7,000 devices being inadvertently hacked, revealing just how vulnerable our homes are. Sammy Astafall is a software engineer and wanted to connect his DJI Romo vacuum to his PlayStation, which would allow him to steer the device and access its cameras. He used an AI assistant to rewrite the code, but instead of linking up with just his device, he found he had access to more than 7,000 vacuums. Via his PlayStation, he was able to see what each vacuum was doing, the floor plan of the house it was in, and a live feed from its cameras. Using the robot's IP address, he was also able to pinpoint an exact location. Astafall says this was all accidental and...
Okay. So... I don't think that's a real name.
A recent report claims that hacked robot vacuums in the US are chasing around pets and shouting racial slurs. As much as it might sound like it, this isn't some sci-fi plot. Instead, the culprit is a security flaw in Chinese-made Ecovacs D-Bot X2, according to Global News. One Minnesota lawyer shared his terrifying experience. Apparently, he was just sitting on the couch watching TV when his vacuum started making noises like a garbled radio transmission. When he checked his robot's app, he discovered that someone was controlling the vacuum remotely using the live camera feature. After resetting his account info, the situation escalated when suddenly a voice came through the vacuum speaker, and let's just say it was not a friendly voice. Let's just say one word started with F and the other started with N. Definitely not something that you want to hear from a household appliance.
Okay, so yeah. Yeah, so be careful about your security cameras too.
And that's important because
So when she says 2 random guys at a Texas gym pooled their money to a license of the most expensive cyber weapon on earth so they could mess with her squat form, the math really isn't math.
As soon as I wake up...
But we understand what happened with the Roomba. Okay.
Pegasus spyware, those electromagnetic waves, these remote hackers, they even stare at me in my sleep in the middle of the night. If I wake up to go to the bathroom, as soon as I open my eyes and wake up, Pegasus spyware is rolling loud on me. They bought this Pegasus spyware.
I don't know if it's just seemed like a fake victim to me. Just seemed like a one that just, this is a fake victim, to be honest with you. Okay. Okay, hold on. Let's see what this woman's rambling
They
about.
call it indirect communication.
And the gravity thing she's...
Yes, it's called indirect communication. Sometimes they will physically talk to you. Sometimes they will talk to you through voice. It's called technology. Of course, he's not going to bring it up. So let's go back to Dr. John Paul. Okay, we'll go back to Dr. John Paul.
It's something that's not talked about very much, although we do have articles here from the Washington Post. We've got articles from Wired Magazine. They've been talking about this here and then in articles since the early 2000s. So you can find some articles going back earlier than that even. And we've got pretty much every branch of the military has got their own little projects in, as well as commercial applications.
Oh yeah, mind control technology is one of the most common crimes, at least vocalized or complained about on the internet today. It seems to be getting the least amount of coverage in the major media.
Wow.
So that's why when we went to the police and had the identity of perpetrators in their head or in their surroundings while they're being attacked.
Wow. Well, let me go down the list of some of these that I came up with. We've got DARPA has a sonic projector that was reported on in 2007. Of course, it had been around for quite some time before then. Army has something they call voice to skull. We've got the Air Force using microwaves to create sounds at Brooks Air Force Base. We've got the Marine Corps with their Medusa project. We've got the State Department, as reported by the Washington Post in 2005, working on voices implanted in people's heads. We've got a couple of companies, one that has patented something called hypersound. That's American Technologies. Has also got holosonic.
Okay, so you understand that so people have been able to make other people hear voices. Okay, microwave hearing. And that's not talking about the nano and smart dust technology. So let's get back to this dude.
Rambling about? Okay, gravity is not a substance. It's not stored in your body. You cannot extract gravity like it's a physical thing. It's not even a misunderstanding of a real thing she's talking about. It's just straight made up. However, her timeline gets aggressive in April 2026, where the voicemail she says is from Garrett Hicks himself, which she frames as a waste of time scam.
This was a scam call that Garrett Hicks from San Antonio.
Little weird, but nothing.
Not have psychosis. Please stop saying that because I don't.
So far, we've talked about creators who have blown up talking about gang stalking. The accounts the algorithm.
You mean the fake ones? Because if you talk about gang stalking through a legal and scientific lens, a real gang stalking victim, they will not let you blow up on YouTube. You won't even be monetized on YouTube. These are fake gang stalking victims, okay? Because I had, let's see if I can go back to me. Okay, my mini channels. Okay, yep. They ain't gonna let you blow up. They're not gonna let you go. Okay, so I don't know what he's talking about. I show many different times of these people fucking with my channel.
Algorithm picked up and ran, even though we're underground. But there is a whole side of this world that doesn't go viral and lives on other platforms. Real gang stalking.
Okay, I'm gonna stop it right here, and that will be part 2. Now, I will show this in the second video as well. So let's talk about Popular Mechanics magazines right there. So you have psychoelectronic weapons effects. Psychoelectronic weapons effects right here. We have total individual control technology. It's right there, which is another form of gang stalking. Okay, right there. And you know the AI changes. You have a psychological operation campaign from this one website right there. These people are fake. You have the war inside your brain, war inside your mind, unprotected brain battlefields in neuro vulnerability. From this academy, I will record it right there. I did help professional student loan reconciliation, so I have. Okay, you have total individual control technology from 2016, and you can scroll all the way down. Of course, he's not going to talk about it because it's not on Reddit. You have information warfare technology. Okay. That's what Dr. Robert Duncan talked about. Maybe it's informational warfare technology. I was able to learn balancing the numbers. Okay. Informational warfare technology right there. You have Sabrina Wallace, nanotech in the human body, right here. She talks about gang stalking and targeted individuals, but she don't like that term. You have her website and a whole bunch of papers that she got together right here, talking about the Internet of Bodies, the Internet of Things, how they use gang stalking through this stuff right here. More information right there. This is Sabrina Wallace's Odyssey page right here, talking about the Internet of Bodies, the Internet of Things right here. The same thing, her Rumble channel. There's another person talking about the Internet of Bodies, the Internet of Things right here. This is Dr. Robert Duncan, remote neuromonitoring, which this dude did not talk about in his video. I don't know why. This is nothing more. Now this is cognitive liberty, a fight. Cognitive liberty, neuroweapons. This is a new video featured Jesse Beltran. Came out 8 years ago. 8 days ago.
I want to live, and that is just not me.
When you start communicating with people, you do realize
a weapon. And it has come out that supposedly they paid $10 million for it. Do you have a person lurking behind a tree 24/7? How do they see through the walls to attack you? The whole thing is just a complete psyop.
I was contacted by a gentleman that was working for the Pentagon regarding the Havana syndrome situation. He was asking me to hand deliver information.
I have not seen that video. I will watch this video later on today. But you have cognitive liberty neuroweapons, which is excellent, and it talks about gang stalking. You have cognitive liberty mind control that talks about which gang stalking victims will tell their stories, which this dude chose not to talk about that in his video. I don't know why.
The very word secrecy. Issues like anxiety or depression, to extreme regimens of sensory overload and
Don't feel bad at all. And here's the other great thing about being a creative. You can do it
ways of algorithms and electrodes.
Right? And a lot of
They
times,
argue for 5 core principles.
To make it more easy to train algorithms and models based on your specific neural data. There's an amount of data that is needed in order to run
or to change the activity of the brain. We're worried because, again, the brain is not just another organ of the body, and this technology can offer the opportunity to
a new kind
where we can implant artificial images in the heads of mice and
They could do that in real time remotely. That's happened to me several times. It ain't schizophrenia. Okay. Okay, skip.
And literally, there is no one that tells you when to start.
This is Look Out for Charlie. He talked about gang stalking, but more of the Ascension side up. Right there, you can watch his multiple videos. Okay. This dude will not prove Look Out for Charlie wrong. Okay, I'm gonna shut it down. Transhumanism, a mind control documentary. Wonderful. And the other ones, it's also wonderful.
Are acting and songwriting, specifically like rap, hip hop, and Spanish, and
Okay, so this is a wonderful channel. This is a wonderful channel that talked about gang stalking. Wonderful channel. All right. There are more channels out there that I will feature in part 2. Sorry this took so long, but I'm tired right now. I just want to say hello to you, Andre. I'm your mom, and I love you, and I miss you very much. Everybody else, have a good day.